Hey guys, so I am back with interviews, and I am here today to interview the Islander, Christian. Hi, Christian. Thank you for being here with me today.
What's up, Alana? Good to be here. Stoked. Thanks for having me.
Yes. So we want to get to know you a little bit better, talk about your time in the villa. We'd also like to, get into your business a little bit, address some rumors
Sure.
and all that stuff like that. So, are you down?
Yeah, I'm down. Let's run it.
Ready? All right, let's do
Let's
this.
talk about it. Let's get
So,
the dirt up.
so just first and foremost though, like remind us, what did you do before Love Island? I know they tell us in the beginning, but
Yeah. So honestly, I've done a lot.
Mhm.
Right now, my buddy and we own a coffee company. We own a manufacturing company. I have a media company. I kind of want to jump into everything. I kind of want to do everything, and I'm jumping into everything. But right now, our main focus is on the manufacturing company.
Mhm.
As well as a coffee company. But I mean, we're lucky. It's kind of just doing its own thing now, which is amazing. Yeah, just trying to tap into everything, and like we talked about prior to the interview. Like I just want to make some type of positive change. You need money to do that, so just trying to make some solid money and see if we can make some good things happen in this world.
Right. Now, like you are in Hawaii, or you live in Hawaii?
No, so I'm from Oahu. I live in California now. I've been in California now going on 4 years.
Okay, Oahu.
Yeah.
So
Oahu.
is that in? That's where's that?
Yeah, so that's why. So that's Honolulu, Waikiki. That's like the main island, like the busiest island.
Okay, cool. So, but like
Yeah.
when they found you, you were in California.
Yeah. I was in California. They just wanted me to claim Hawaii. Obviously to diversify the cast a little more, so not everyone's from California. And it makes sense. My roots are dug deep over there, so I'm not really like a California kid, but
Right.
we're out here in California, so.
Okay, cool. And like, how did they find you? Did you do an audition tape? Did they slide in the DMs? Like, how was that?
So it's super funny. So they've actually reached out to me the past two seasons, season one and two, and
Wow.
never right. So and it never really aligned, to be honest with you. And this year it was like the last week of casting, and I saw an ad on my phone on Instagram, and it was for casting for the show. And I like literally just messaged one of the casters, and I was like, "Yo," I said, "Let's run it."
Hmm.
And then homie sent me all the information, all the stuff, and then filled it out, and then bing, bada bang, and then yeah, next thing you know, I was getting flown out and all that stuff,
Hey, just like that. So,
just
like,
like that.
now in your time in the villa, um, and being that it was more of a short-lived time, would you say you have any regrets, like being in the house and decisions you might have made, in your couplings or how you moved in the house?
Honestly, no, I don't. I don't have any regrets at all. I don't like even with like life as a whole. I don't really have any regrets. Everything is like a life lesson, or you learn something within it. And if you're not, I think you kind of need to adjust your mindset there. You can learn something from anything. My time in the house was short, but it was good. It was sweet lived. Really, just made some great friends. I was on end of the day, I was on Friend Island, unfortunately, not Love Island, and couldn't really make a connection in that terms. But as far as like building great friendships and genuinely getting to know people and really putting myself out there and like really being my authentic self and showing people that, I had a great time. I thought it was sick. It's definitely draining in there.
Right.
You're exhausted for sure, sleep deprived, all that. But no, it's cool. And then just seeing the behind the scenes of like how an entire show like that runs and operates is just insane, and like essentially you're filming 20 hours a day, 18 hours a day, and it's a 1 hour episode, maybe a 2 hour episode. So like just funny to see that and see everything that actually happens. And then, you see like an episode or something like that.
Mm. Now, like when you were in, I know first day, like you said again, like you didn't have any regrets, but I know first day, with the coupling up, you end up coupling up with Cachet or Cash.
Yeah.
Now, were there any other Islanders like in that villa during your time that outside of Olivia? Because I know they gave camera time to that. But is
Yeah.
there camera time we didn't see with other Islanders that you may have potentially could have grew a connection with, or you wish you just got more time with?
Honestly, not really. I just ended up being friends with everyone, you know. I mean, Cash is amazing. Cash and I talked. It's so funny. We were like, dang, we could win this entire show
Mm-hmm.
if we liked each other like that, you know. But we just don't, you know. We're not like sexually attracted to each other.
Right.
We're both. I mean, she's an amazing person, and like we just knew that. So right off the bat, we were just like, I mean, we were twins. Like our mindsets were just like aligned, you know. So just had each other's back, and you know, I was looking out for her best interest, and I was really trying to do that. And I just hope, you know, I hope the best for her. And then Olivia, you know, weird scenario. I think she just doesn't really know what she wants, to be honest with you, and that's no problem to me, you know. And I put myself out there and was trying to get to know her and see if that would be a thing. And you know, it didn't work out. One of the Islanders actually that just got kicked off actually reached out to me, hoping I was going to be in the villa. I wasn't in the villa. So, you know, maybe link up with her and hang out and try and get to know her, see what could happen there. But yeah, I mean, no, I'm chill with how everything turned out, you know.
Cause I was just about to ask that. I was like, well, did you see any new people coming in? Or even, I think, did any more? Yes, more, but I think it's more guys though. I was gonna say, like, any of the other Islanders that may have appeared that you're like, I might want to say something to.
Yeah, yeah.
Old Islanders, maybe season 2, maybe season 1.
Yeah, I mean everyone on the show, I mean, obviously, I mean, you guys are all beautiful. I mean, like you're gorgeous, to be honest with you. Like your hair, like I said when we first turned on, I mean, your hair looks amazing. Like I don't know what you're doing, but you're doing it. You know, I mean, everyone's amazing. I'm not like on the prowl, you know, I'm not really like just looking to like just hit someone up for no reason. So Roxy reached out to me as soon as she got her ended up getting her phone back. She's back in Arizona, so I might go see her. I mean, just even just hang out, you know, be friends. You know, who cares what it may be. Just going in open minded and just chilling, getting to know people, you know. But
Right.
I'm not really. Everyone's amazing, to be honest. So, and I know not to judge it from the TV show. So in that sense, I mean, really, I mean, let's get to know everybody. You know, why not? So I'm not really like, I don't really have like my eyes set in a certain spot or anything like that.
Yeah, because I was actually talking to somebody about that earlier too. I was like, Love Island, as the seasons go, it honestly opens up like a new network of people. I think
Oh, it does for
and
sure.
I feel like the show itself is maturing, and growing. And as we grow, and just as people, as we grow older, like I think the opportunities outside of, it's like you're not clubbing or in certain groups,
Yeah.
opportunities to really meet people around your age group, similar interests, like even like, are these people gonna be attractive? Like you're really put in an environment where like you get an opportunity just to network and just meet new people. Only other time close to that's kind of like college or school, or it maybe
Yeah, absolutely.
not even work because they're not even
100%.
all in the same like age range and things of that nature.
Yeah.
The new diversity of people, like friendships, potential relationships, but more so even just friendships and people who truly understand and experience that like not so many people have, as well as it opens you up to even other reality TV shows of CBS if you choose to open that door and make connections that way.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. I mean, I think everyone's amazing, from like production, like producers to, I mean, the casting people to, I mean, the cast itself. I mean, kind of everyone involved. I mean, they're all, I mean, honestly, I have nothing negative to say about anybody. They're all amazing, to be honest with you. Right. I thought they were all super cool, super dope, just real, genuine people. Mm-hmm. You know?
That's what's up. That's good. Shout out to casting. I actually love them and all the producers.
Oh, they're the bomb.
They're dope. Like,
yeah, they're super dope.
Yeah. So I also want to go into some things that was popping up on Twitter. About
talking about me getting torched.
Yeah, you was getting torched.
I was getting torched.
It was like 30 minutes in. I'm not even gonna lie. I was like,
I was number one trending on Twitter.
Like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Y'all the FBI right now, because I'm like, I just finished grabbing the popcorn for this. I'm confused on
What's happening? Yeah, right.
On my timeline right now or my feed, like what's going on? So yeah, with that, like, how did you feel about receiving so much backlash, like, and especially so early in when you're like, you might not be aware, but like it really is, you're just a new islander like coming in fresh. So it's kind of like, how did you feel about that coming out?
I knew about the backlash going in already. I didn't really have a problem with it, to be honest, because I mean, at the end of the day, everyone's gonna have their own opinion. I've dealt with like certain types of backlash in the past. Like I'd call them haters. I call it like these people. To be honest with you, it's more like kind of like trolly almost. But I mean, I don't have any hate. Like it's whatever. I thought honestly, most of them like made me laugh. To be honest with you, I like reposted a few. I thought it was kind of funny. And I'm not gonna sit and dwell on what people think. You only know me, and you want to say those things. That's a whole different story than you thinking you know me, really have no idea who I am or what's going on, and you want to say something about me. So I tried not to really pay attention to it. Haven't really looked into it too much. I did for a brief period, just like kind of scoped it out. I had like an ex-girlfriend on TikTok that like made a viral TikTok saying we were dating and stuff, and like that wasn't true at all. Instead, I like left her for the show, and I'm like, dude, I've been single for like a year and a half. I'm like, what are you talking about? The show airs every year, so that's like just not even physically possible, So, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I mean, everyone does certain stuff for certain reasons, but they see one thing and think, I don't know, think the absolute worst, or just want to put titles on you or whatever it is. I don't really get it. Like we were talking before this. I mean, like I got called like racist, right? Like to me, that's just hilarious. You know what I mean? Like I partnered up with Trina first, okay, and then I got partnered up with Cash. They're both amazing women. Like we said before this, like me and you just started talking. Like you're the homie. Like you're so cool. You seem open minded. You seem, you know what I mean? End of the day, like we're all people. So I don't like, I go way beyond just your appearance. You know what I mean? It doesn't really matter to me. My stepmom's Japanese. I come from a very cultured house. I lived in the South for 6 years. I've kind of been in every element in the United States and lived in like every region. So that's just hilarious to me. Like that stuff cracks me up. It's like I know it's not true. So like I'm not gonna like waste my time, like arguing it or like coping in it or anything dumb like that. Because I know who I am at the end of the day and what I believe, and so it's all good.
Okay. And with that, like, because I think with the racist comments on Twitter, it was coming from I believe a picture of like you wearing a MAGA hat. So with politics and dating, do you think like politics should play a role in dating, or does that have an effect in like your dating when you're dating, like, or does it just, you come as your own person, I come as my own, and these are my beliefs and this is what I think, or do you think they can that things, or
I think it depends on the person and the individual and where your head's at. For me personally, like I try and just stay very open-minded. I literally have open your mind like tattooed on my leg, and I have it for a reason. Like I try and be as open-minded as possible. As far as like my beliefs, like I'm coming at it from just like a business standpoint. So for me, like the MAGA hat, like that's, to me, it's just, it makes more sense with business. Like any type of like business owner, I feel like would agree to that to a certain extent. Like you don't have to agree with everything a person does. Just like I feel like there's a lot of people not switching up right now, but not agreeing with certain stuff that's happening right now. But that's the thing with politics, is like, to me, it's just such a shit show, and everyone's like so. I think everyone's kind of like a puppet in their own way. You know what I mean? And it's just such a weird, touchy subject because everyone's so sensitive about it. But just because someone believes something different than you doesn't mean you should outright hate them or like slander them or slander their name or completely disrespect them without knowing them. Like to me, that's just foolish. I'm like, dude, I have plenty of friends that have voted the other way. I have plenty of, you know what I mean? Like I don't care. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, like it doesn't really, it's not gonna, if that affects how you see a person, I think you need to look in the mirror and reevaluate yourself. So I mean, as far as me, no, not really. You know, I don't. I think that's pointless. I think you're gonna miss out on a lot of great relationships, great friendships, great opportunities if you're viewing people like that, and that's just you're so horse blinded up, you know, and that's your vision of the world. You know, that's the set of glasses you're looking through. Like, I just don't think that's a smart way to do it. So, you know, I don't, but hey, other people want to do it. It's cool.
Right. So when
Come at me.
you speak about, often you speak about, you know, just love, individuality and love and just acceptance of people and things of that nature. So like on the show, I know they had a game and they were getting into people's business. They was kind of getting into people's bedrooms, and I believe so I believe you said you're a person that had like a lot of partners.
Yeah.
So with
that was a bummer.
Well, now with that, what was your like mentality during that time? Was it were you in the time just saying like, I'm out here intentionally having fun? Did you have motivations during that time in your dating experience? Like, were you in a moment where like, I don't have any motivations like in terms of these relationships, I'm more so just cooling? Like, how was that?
To be honest, it was just me being a dumbass kid. I got put into the model scene when I was like fresh, like 18. And I mean, just kind of being in that scene, and I mean, the experiences you have, and like just how certain things kind of weave in that. And then being in Hawaii too, you know, and I ran like a water sports company. I worked on the water all the time, you know. It was just kind of how it played out, and I didn't really think about it until later. You know what I mean? And that's why I've been like chilling by myself now for a while. I just finally like grew up. I've kind of like realized like, I mean, that's just fucked up, to be honest. It's not like a cool thing. It's not like a braggy thing. They made it come off like that because that's how they wanted it said. But I mean, in reality, like I wouldn't have genuinely said like why would I want to say that? You know what I mean? Like, that's my thing. Like, if anyone believes like I was looking for the number 100 or whatever, like, you got to be shitting me. Like, to me, that's just fucked up. But I mean, that's how it was. That's how it was said. And I mean, everyone has their own past, you know. And I just being an idiot kid, you know, just not really thinking about other people's feelings, not really. Yeah, I mean, I've only had 2 girlfriends ever, and that's just kind of how it played out, unfortunately. That's honestly like my biggest like we talked about like regrets. I don't have any. Like, if I did have one, like that would be one. Obviously I can't change it, so I don't call it a regret per se, because I'm not gonna like live and dwell on that. But I mean, I do wish that was not the case, you know, because it is really, it's just not cool, you know. It's not like a cool thing.
You know, I'm not gonna say, well, when I say right, I mean in terms of me understanding and like just hearing you and listening to you. I mean, it's whatever people decide to do and choose to do with their bodies and how they choose to express themselves, I let them like rock in that. Like, do what you want to do. It's you. It just did like pop in my mind. I was like, I wonder like what the mindset was like in the process, because some people are truly like on autopilot, just living, not even really thinking, or the weight that
that's kind of what I was doing. Yeah, I was on autopilot, and
to not even say necessarily like rushing to get to 100 or so, but more so just like, are you truly just living? And when I say living, because I have people who are like younger, I have people who are older, who watch interviews and, you know, obviously who are fans of the show, but I just mean like you kind of brought up, not even really like being too mindful or like thinking of like what another person may be feeling, or what you're just thinking like, I'm here today. All right, I got something to do the next day. Yes, this is something that happened, but I have something to do the very next day. Like, or like,
yeah, so I think
I have a shoot to do. I'm sorry, I got to continue to go do what I can do.
Yeah, I think the mindset as well, like a combination with it was, like, I'm really big on. I still believe this. I'm just like not putting myself in scenarios where it could happen, but like kind of like taking advantage of not the opportunity, but like when when a perfect scenario, so to speak, is like laid out, say like you and whoever, right? Or like at this crazy spot or like this wild location, like this exotic type of place or something.
Like Love Island. Like
yeah, right. So like with like the 99 thing is like stuff kind of just happened, you know, and like not that I was like reaching out, like I wasn't like on the prowl for it, like oh yeah let's make moves, like that's just kind of what ended up happening, and it was just kind of
a model.
It's kind of a wild time.
Like I'm a model.
Yeah, it's happened a lot, and like I'm very passionate, and like that's just kind of what happened, and it just started going, and yeah, I mean that's just how it played.
And you do come across a lot of people, being that like you were in the model industry as well as like you said you worked water sports, right?
Yeah.
So it's like people may come in around, so it's just your access to people more so in your like daily interactions kind of.
Yeah, exactly. I mean that the fact of like moving and traveling a lot.
Situations.
Yeah, modeling. I mean, I'm a photographer as well. Like it's just bad. It's just bad news. You know, it was just ugh.
I mean, it's like
it just be like that sometimes. I don't know.
Literally, that's what I was gonna say. I mean,
they really do.
So now, well, you did speak about Cash briefly about you guys having a friendship. So like with that ability to like work in your relationship, with her and recognizing that you guys did have a good connection though, but more of like a friendship. Just more so, I guess, to clarify with things like more so for like the internet and stuff like that, it was not at all having to do with like interracially dating, because you really just don't care. You're just like, do I vibe with you or not?
Yeah, no, not at all. I mean, I coupled up with Trina at the beginning for a reason. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For me, it doesn't matter because like I'm and like my whole thing with that whole experience, like I was going for personality the whole time. It's just unfortunate. Like Cash and I's personalities are great, but it was like a best friend type personality, you know, like there's no sexual, you know what I mean? Like there has to be some type of sexual like tension or like presence there, you know, and like there wasn't with us. And we talked about that. You know what I mean?
You though, like what creates us more, because it's like you're very aware of like the friendship aspects in it. So like when do you know now, especially being around so many people with like dope personalities, like when do you know when it's like, all right, see, what's going on? Is it like a joke that's made? Is it like a, you know, you ever like graze my leg? You're like, okay, now what was that leg graze meaning? I don't know. I kind of felt.
Well, I think the telltale was it like when Cash and I were macking on each other, we were hooking up that first night, and there's no sparks after that. Then we both know, like, okay, hey, like, because we talked about it, we were like, yo, like, let's ride it out together. I got your back, you got my back. If sparks start to form, let's rock with it. Let's go.
Yeah.
But like right off bat, like right off rip, like we were hooking up on the couch, and you know, and nothing's there. It was just, you know, it's just we're just kissing. You know, that's all. You know, there wasn't like there wasn't anything more than that. Right. You know, so I think that's a telltale. Yeah, I mean, it just depends, you know, you just gotta be like, I mean, everyone's got their own type in their head too, you know? So like, I think it just really depends. I don't know. Just with Cash and I, it was just a weird dynamic.
Like, you know, you know, when you feel something, like, you know, when you feel a little, you feel the difference.
Yeah. Like when you want to get passionate with it and you want to, I mean, you know what I'm saying? You know, like you gotta, that little area just wasn't there, you know?
Now, with that being said, like currently, what are you looking for in a relationship? Like what are you looking for? Like the type of girl like that you really want. Have you found that in the DMs? Because you know, I mean, you said you heard from Rossi, but are there like what's your DMs looking like, and who like girls should reach out in the DMs? But are they looking good? Because you know we gotta be known.
I mean the DMs are wild right now. To be honest with you, I haven't really tried to look at it too much. I've talked to a few people, but very like kind of brief, you know. I mean, obviously, like, you know, getting off the show, I mean, your life's kind of crazy for a little bit. So I mean, still like kind of navigating through everything. I mean, I'd like to see if things with Roxy could go. I think that could be cool. So I'm probably gonna go over to Arizona and hang out with her and see what she's about and what she's got going on. But I mean, really, I'm looking for personality at this point, and like personality and like just brains, you know what I mean? Like just someone that has a drive, but someone that wants to push you to be a better person, and someone that's, not gonna settle for themselves and for you, that's gonna help push you up while you're helping push them up, it's not just a one-way street.
Right.
I think that's what I've lacked in a lot of relationships, or my only two, and all the other ones that were on their way there that never made it. I've just been lacking that the spark in the personality aspect of like, maybe I feel like I'm bringing more to the table and you're not necessarily bringing much, but that just means we're not aligned like where we're at. You know what I mean? So just finding someone that's a little more aligned with me there, that like wants to go up. We have similar goals and aspirations and want to go similar places. That's a little more beyond surface level, materialistic,
Right.
stuff like that.
Right. Now, so we're gonna step out of like relationship talks and really just kick it with you and just hang out and learn a little bit about you. So
Yeah, that's good.
I was looking through Instagram, I gotta keep scrolling and I scroll
Right.
to the bottom. And first off, I saw you my baby picture. So you naturally are blonde.
Yeah, I'm naturally blonde. So actually, like, I mean, the side of my hair right now is kind of like a lightish brown.
Yeah, because then I saw you went to the brown. I saw you had a pink. It was like the bang. You ever heard
Yeah, yeah.
You had the bang, but it was
So
brown.
yeah, my hair is like a natural, like dirty blonde, brown.
Mm-hmm.
When it's in the sun, I mean, it gets like just blonder and blonder. So it really depends. I mean, basically, like, with my hair being dyed, I ended up dyeing it like 2-3 years ago with my buddy for Halloween,
Mm-hmm.
and it turned orange, and we were Visco girls for Halloween, and then ever since then, I've just kind of kept dyeing. I just don't really care, So I've kind of just tried it all. Don't really care too much, so I'm kind of like, yeah, we'll just rock with it for a little bit. Let's see what's happening. But it's funny because I was thinking about buzzing my head on the show, and I talked to the producers on it.
I was just about to ask you that. I was like, are you gonna switch it up? Like, because I've seen
Yeah. So I'm probably gonna do it soon. We'll see what happens. Maybe a full buzz or a little just shorter on top. I'm not sure yet, but we're probably gonna switch it up. Do something a little different.
Yeah,
Have fun.
That's where I start. I feel like when you cut your hair, or even like a new hairstyle, just creates a new era.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. So you're ready for a new era.
I mean, yes and no. Like, I'm not really doing it for
a fresh
say like people backlashing my hair. Like, I could give two shits, to be honest. I'm like, whatever. I'm like, that's cool. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm always just gonna do me and be me. But yeah, I mean, might as well. I'm getting bored with it anyway. Might as well switch it up, have some fun.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not too worried about it. It grows back. So, that was our thing. That was my thing with Cash. Like, gave me the most like utmost respect for, like, during our first conversation the first day. She told me she buzzed her head like 2 days before, and she was so self-conscious about it. And I was like, nah, fuck that. I was like, that's the bomb. I was like, you are the most badass person for doing that. She was like, yeah, but like, I like need to wear my wig and stuff. And I was like, yo, fuck your wig. Don't even wear your wig.
Oh, for real. I was thinking that too.
I was like,
she took the wig.
Don't even wear your wig. I was like, just own it. I was like, I love that about you. Like, do your thing. Like, that's it. Like, that speaks for itself right there. To me, I was like, hands down. I was like, automatic. I was like, you're dope as shit. I was like, I fuck with you 100%.
Like the confidence level, like to even like go out and do that.
It takes a lot.
Yeah, it does. And especially just like being very honest, especially like for Black women in our hair, like a lot is
exactly. Yeah, absolutely.
So like that she did that and then went and did that for a dating show, knowing that like
that's what I'm saying.
And hair plays a part, especially Black girls, because you attract different with different hairstyles.
Right. Absolutely.
And it's just like to then just go and then go out on these dates and just showcase yourself to the world in that way. And I thought she did amazing, as well as the fact that like she looked great. It got a chance to show her face. She wasn't hiding. I felt like
exactly. Yeah.
The cut just let you just see her.
And it just speaks for her as a person, just her, what she brings to the table and how confident and real she is. And yeah, you know what I mean? I mean, I just thought that was dope as fuck. To be honest with you, I was just like, you're I even like, you'd almost like don't even know what to say. You're just like, what? You're like, you did what?
Right.
you know, and then she's like somewhat self-conscious about it, but it's like, no, fuck that. Don't even, nah, we're good.
Yeah, just feel
You
yourself.
are the shit. Don't even worry about it.
Right.
You know?
So now, like, what do you do outside of, um, I guess now outside of the modeling, like your job, and you say photography and stuff like that. So what other activities or things are you involved in, that you, I guess, also be returning back to and getting back into?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I try and do everything. You know, that's like earlier in talk, just being like open-minded. I try and do everything. I at least try it once to see if I like it. You know, you're never gonna know. But I mean, you know, like my intro said, like surf, snowboard, skate. I like to rock climb. I do photo, video. That stuff's fun. Just passion. You know, passion hobbies type of thing. Oh, dude, I mean, really everything. You know, free diving. I go sailing. I go, you know, wakeboarding. You know, we can go. I mean, I like to try it all. So like, literally, I'm always down to try something new.
You try pottery?
Pottery. I've done pottery. Actually, with my grandma.
Really?
Long time. Yeah, we got drunk at this pottery spot.
That's
Yeah.
lit.
Made some dope pottery, and then we painted it. Yeah, it was fun.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, art's cool. You know, I do a lot of like art on the computer. I do a lot of like graphic design. I do a lot of just like stuff in that area. You know what I mean? I'm like really like I'm low key like a geek, like a full blown nerd on the computer. Can like do anything on the computer type. So yeah, I mess around with that. Like art's huge to me. You know, art and music. So you know, I've made music before. I've kind of tried to do it all. So what's up?
What style of music you make, or have you made?
It's more like house, kind of like EDM. But I mean, I like every genre of music.
Mm-hmm.
I think just like the easiest to make. Like I'm not gonna go rap. You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna put out a track and then rap over the track. You know, that's not. Yeah, I'm gonna let the other guys handle that.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like housey tropical stuff. You know, whatever, just mix and mash type stuff. And yeah, I mean, just trying to have fun with it. You know, try and get involved in everything.
Right. Now, are you a big traveler? Because I also saw on your Instagram, like I'm looking through, I'm seeing Paris, I'm seeing I see the oceans and the stuff. So like,
yeah.
Traveler, and like, what do you think is the best place to go to, or like your favorite place you've been?
I mean, yeah, definitely travel. I've traveled a lot. Been lucky to travel a lot. You know, it's so weird. Like love a lot of people like love talking about their travels. I honestly kind of hate it. And like I was talking about that. It's so funny. Roxy and I were talking about that like yesterday, and she was asking me questions about it. And like I don't even like talking about it. And I was like, yeah, I honestly don't really like talking about it, just because like I almost feel like it comes off like kind of gloaty. You know, kind of like you're gloating in a way. Like I understand that you're not, especially when people ask. It just feels weird with me. Like it just kind of leaves a weird taste in my mouth after I like talk about myself nowadays. Like that used to be kind of me, but just anymore where I'm at, like I just don't really care to talk about myself anymore. But no, I mean I think traveling's huge. You know, I think traveling's opened my mind to so much more. You know, everyone thinks like, especially in America, like this is how the world runs, and like, you know, we have all these iPhones and all this tech and we get all this new shit. Like nowhere else in the world is it like this. You know what I mean? We're literally living in a different world in America than the rest of the world. Even like, I mean, yeah, there's obviously like bougie places. You got like Paris, stuff like that. It's pretty similar, but like we're really on another scale when it comes to what we're accustomed to. You know what I mean? So it's definitely opened my mind to that. You know what I mean? Like giving back to like communities that really need it. You know, there's kids that don't eat for weeks at a time. You know, but we're bitching about our iPhone not working or whatever. You know, so I think traveling just opens your mind to that. And that's my biggest takeaway from traveling. I mean, I think it's huge. You know, I think everyone needs to go travel and kind of get a little more diverse, you know, culture yourself a little bit. My favorite place probably be Brazil. Just the culture there, the people, absolutely fucking amazing people. Food is amazing. The culture is amazing. You know, the favelas, all that. I mean, it's very sad to see, but it's also like encouraging because of how like happy they are. You know, they're living in complete poverty, like essentially like homeless, happiest people you can meet, which is very, very good to see. You know what I mean? It gives you almost like a sense of hope, you know? And it's just great. It's great to see. You know what I mean? You take it back into like the real world, back in America and stuff. You're like, dude, like I should really like never have a bad day. I should never be angry. I should never be upset or dwelling on something, because everyone has their own story, and there's a lot of people that are living in terrible situations. You know what I mean? So I just say like overall culture and like, I mean, scenery obviously as well, but Brazil is just a phenomenal place. Just absolutely top to bottom. It's just amazing.
And so even with that and talking about like being around people like that, you could just have hope and happiness and that like mindset, being able to be in a new environment and have that mindset towards just life and the way you connect with people and things like that. I feel like that also connects to something else that I saw on your Instagram. You have a podcast. So can you like talk about that more?
Yeah, so my buddy and I run a podcast. It's through the coffee company, but it's more just like a inner look on our personal lives, as well as like we sponsor a ton of different athletes, stuff like that. So to kind of give people an inner look on their lives, as well as talk about like just massive topics, you know, in today's society, you know, like mental health and how crucial that is, you know, just all the things happening in the world, you know, and just giving kind of a spotlight on that and kind of giving our outlook on that to whoever wants to listen, you know, kind of like, I mean, what you're doing, you know, just, I'm going to do this, I'm going to talk, I'm going to be me, and I'm going to put it out there. If you want to listen, that's phenomenal. If you can take something away from it, that's great. You know, if not, then, I mean, so be it. But just kind of like putting your voice out there, your opinion, you know, maybe you help one person, maybe you help nobody, but I mean, you tried and you put yourself out there, and, you know, I think that's great, you know, and especially just giving people a spotlight to talk in, and it's just a cool, dope atmosphere, you know, just like this, where you can just kind of sit back and say what's on your mind and how you're viewing a topic, and then also learn as well, you know, because you're having conversations with new people, so you're learning their mindset, and then maybe you can adjust yours or incorporate some of their stuff into your stuff, and you're just bouncing ideas back and forth. So it's just a dope way to have a cool conversation and put that conversation out for people to take away whatever they want to take away, you know. So I love it, to be honest. Podcasting is super fun. You know, it's kind of a nightmare. It's low key a lot of work, but
yeah,
it's super sick. But it's a lot of work. Like, people don't understand. Like, it's a lot of work.
Now, podcasts I've seen behind the scenes, and I'm like,
oh, it's a nightmare, to be honest with you.
I'm like, yo, just pass me the camera, and
yeah, right.
I'll upload later.
Yeah, literally.
There's a lot that goes into it.
100%.
Wow. So can you like let people know where they could find your podcast, the name of
Oh, yeah, my bad. So it's Dynamize Coffee, so DYNAMIZE Coffee. It's on YouTube. I mean, we're on YouTube, Amazon, Pandora, Apple, Spotify, you know, all the music platforms. So you can listen to the audio version, or we have a video version on YouTube. Yeah, I mean, check it out. We're going to start season 2 here pretty soon. You know, we kind of stopped kind of midway through COVID, like right in the beginning of when COVID started heating up, you know, just because everything that happened and what was going on. And then since then, just been busy. But hopefully starting season 2 soon, you know. I mean, maybe when you're out in California, you know, we get you on, you know, get all the cast members on, you know, we all have a good time. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, hopefully season 2 is right around the corner, and, you know, we'll get that pumping back up.
So guys, this has been the interview. Can you let people know your Instagrams? I'm gonna put it
on
the screen, but still let people know your Instagram so that people could follow you, could keep up with you, so they could
absolutely
on your podcast. I'm gonna put that also in the description box below, so you
I'll plug.
You know, get to
She's got it plugged up.
Yeah.
So it's at Christian. Yeah, at Christian Long Neck, and then ER afterwards. Super easy. Long Neck
Your last name's Long Neck?
Yeah, well, Long Neck Oh, gotta have the But yeah, Long Neck, yeah, pretty much.
All right. Well, thank you so much for being up here. I appreciate it. I appreciate you taking the time to do this and being so
appreciate you.
And just having a really good time. I enjoyed this interview. I feel like I learned a lot about you. I learned a lot more even about the villa, and just more like an idea of how it feels to be in there. And I think overall, just let people recognize that at the end of the day, regardless of who they see on TV, like, we are all human. So here's the moment
exactly
for us to just connect as humans and to truly just get to really know somebody more and a little bit more about their backstory, because I learned so much more about you that I did not get from.
I appreciate that.
So
no, I'm glad you reached out for real. No, you seem amazing. So I really appreciate it for real. If you're ever out in California, you gotta let me know. All right.
All right, bet.
All right, I'll take you to lunch or something.
Oh, thank you.
All right.
All right. Let me just.
All right.
So say peace out to everybody.
Later, guys. Take care. Shoots.
Care.
Later, Alana.